Arsenal versus West Ham. Welcome to the live stream. Big game today. The team news is out. It's not ideal. It's not ideal if we're honest. It's not ideal, but it's out nonetheless. Let me just. Is that good? That's not right. That ain't right. That's right. There we go. So you should be able to see a timer. So you'll at least know. What I'm watching. Cedar Tree, Jakob, Magnus, good to see you all in the chat. How you feeling? How are you feeling about the lineup? Harry Oakfield, good to see you. How are you feeling about the lineup? I've been trying to do a billion things before the live stream, and I nearly ran out of time. But we do at least have the timer, which is a start, I suppose. I'm good, thank you, Jakob. I am good. Really expected Tommy. I thought Tommy would at least be on the bench, I'll be honest. Good to see those of you joining on TikTok. Good to see you. Yeah, I at least thought Tomiyasu would be on the bench. Disappointing he's not. Concerned about Smith Rowe? Yeah. Concerned about Smith Rowe. Where is he? What's going on? If you don't know what the lineup was, Raya in goal, obviously. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior at left back. Zinchenko's not in the squad. Neither is Tomiyasu. Rice, Havertz, Erdegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli. ESR rolled his ankle this morning, apparently. It is the weakest bench that we've had. That's fair to say. We've got Bandera, Walters, and Nwaneri all on the bench. Obviously, Cedric is there, which is just, And we are one injury in the back line away from either Cedric or Walters coming on, which is, not ideal. Tomiyasu muscle injury. Fucking hell. I mean, this is the problem with both Tomiyasu and Zinchenko. The regularity with which they're injured. It's just not good enough, and it's not their fault. I don't want to blame them, but I mean, right now, Man City have got a full strength squad, literally not a single person injured. I don't think so. It's tough. Our starting 11 more than good enough to win this game. The issue is when it gets to the bench. That's the issue. What's your prediction today? My original prediction was 4-1 to Arsenal. I'm slightly less positive after the team news, I'll be honest. But we'll see. We should still win, take our chances. Yeah, as long as we take our chances, we win the game. I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest with you. It's just a case of whether we do take our chances, I suppose. Thoughts on Ramsdale not having many games? It is what it is, right? I think Raya's our number one goalkeeper now, so I don't think that's going to change, unfortunately. Kivior, I don't want to see him at Arsenal. I don't mind Kivior at all. SS9, good to see you. Nelson is good off the bench. He is. Nelson is good off the bench. But that's it. I mean, really, in terms of senior players to come off the bench, we've got what? Nketiah, Reece Nelson, and... Yeah, so the bench, Ramsdale, Cedric, Walters, Bandera, El Neni, Jorginho, Nelson, Nwaneri, and Nketiah. So, look, it could be a big opportunity, It could be a big opportunity for someone like Nwaneri to come off the bench, which would be huge for us, but we'll see. I hope Deckers scores and celebrates, but I doubt it. No, if Declan Rice scored, he wouldn't celebrate, I don't think, not at all. Why is Zinchenko not playing? He picked up a calf injury. That's why he went off at halftime against Liverpool. And he's obviously not recovered from it. Once again, by the way, more gamesmanship from Arteta. Because in his press conference, in fact, I think I've still got the quote. In Arteta's press conference, right, before the game, he said, he was asked about injuries. He said, we have a few in contention. I think they've been evolving really well. Tomorrow we have another training session and we're hoping to get a few of them back. We got none of them back. So, yeah, definitely a bit of gamesmanship from Arteta there. Which, fair enough. Keep them confused, I suppose. Are you watching the game? I will be watching the game, yeah. I will. You must be the only Arsenal fan that talks sense on this app. Well, thank you. Will the fans boo Rice? I'd imagine there will be some... I think some West Ham fans will boo Rice, but they'll be drowned out by the majority of West Ham fans that will not boo him. Matt, good to see you. I am well, thank you. This lineup has the potential to be a disaster. Our bench wouldn't be suitable for a championship fixture. The good thing, Matt, is that I think our starting lineup is more than capable of winning the game. So you're right, the bench isn't ideal. Do we know anything about Bandera? He's the one that I know the least about Bandera, to be honest. Kivior has been poor since arriving. Understand game time has been limited, but the last 45 minutes against Liverpool was positive. Yeah, look, you're never going to get the best out of a player that rarely gets any minutes, and if they do, it's 5 or 10 minutes here and there. So it's good to see him. Thank you, Man City for Life, who's just done something on TikTok, I think, who's given something. That's very, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kivior just isn't a fullback, so I'm worried about our left-hand side. I think our left-hand side will be fine. I do. And Kivior's a good defender. Kivior is a good defender. So I'm also not sure what side Kudus is actually going to be on. We Are Football says, what's up, Rory? Love your views on the beautiful. What are the chances that both United and Arsenal don't win today? The chances that neither Arsenal or United win? I think it's more likely that United don't win than Arsenal. I think it's a big game for Man United. I don't know. I think I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if Arsenal didn't win, to be honest. If anything, Gabriel will go out to the winger. Something. If anything, Gabriel will go out to the winger and Kivior will tuck in. Oh, yeah, probably. City's bench the other day was worth nearly 500 million against Everton. Ours is worth maybe 10 million. Fingers crossed for the game. Yeah, exactly. We are competing with just an unbelievable powerhouse in Man City. It was almost. I saw a tweet from the Premier League yesterday, right? Basically, like not flexing, but it showed City's bench, and it was like, you know, bigging up the ridiculous amount of talent on City's bench. And it's like City are against Everton, who have been deducted points for FFP breaches, and you're bigging up City's bench, who are only there and only have that ridiculous level of quality because of 115 charges. It's a bit crazy. Nervous playing the champions of Europe, says a West Ham fan. You're not the champions of Europe. I know that might come as a shock to you. West Ham are not the champions of Europe, in the same way that the winners of the Carabao Cup aren't the champions of England. You know, great achievement to win the Conference League, but you're not the champions of Europe. You jinxed us having a full squad by Partey or Timber. Yeah, I wasn't expecting so many players to be out today, I'll be honest with you. Why you're not at the game? Because it's very difficult to get tickets for away games. West Ham always seem to be a team that can give us a game. They do. I mean, they've beaten us twice this season, so vengeance is needed. I'm a bit surprised Jorginho's on the bench. Me personally, I'm that guy that has a mindset of if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Jorginho has been injured. So Jorginho has been carrying an injury that's not enough to keep him out of the game, but he's been carrying an injury all season. So I can understand why he's not playing a game like this. Matt Medius with a £2 donation, super chat. Says, nice to see you streaming again. Nice to be back. Matt, thank you very much. Very grateful for that. And it's good to be back. It is good to be back full time. Every day, bar Fridays. Why is Emil not in the squad? Apparently he rolled his ankle. And people have the nerve to say we don't have injuries. Yeah, exactly. I don't really understand where this narrative that we don't have injuries has come from. We've been battling with injuries throughout the season. We've not at any point had like 4 or 5 first-team players out, which, like, you know, teams like United and Spurs have had that on occasion. But we have had at least 5 or 6 squad players out for basically the whole season, which is frustrating. It is frustrating. What happened to Tommy? Apparently, it's another muscle injury, which is just ridiculous. But Kudus has a goal in him today. I hope not. Kudus is the big fear, right? For me, Kudus is the guy that you have to keep quiet. If you're watching on TikTok and you want to jump over to the YouTube stream, feel free. The link's in my bio. Drop a little subscription whilst you're over there. That would be awesome. I am live on YouTube pretty much every night from 6:30. So that would be cool. When do you think Partey will be back? I don't know. I've given up. To be honest, I've given up with Thomas Partey. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. 130 million for Smith Rowe, Jesus, and Partey. Would you take it? 130 million for Smith Rowe, Jesus, and Partey. Yeah, I'd take that. If you broke that down to 50 million for Smith Rowe, 50 million for Jesus, and 30 million for Partey, that's decent value. I see West Ham 1-1. West Ham draw 1-0 with Arsenal, and Villa 3, United 0. Now, I think Villa will concede. If I was putting a bet on, I would definitely have both teams to score in the Aston Villa United game. Villa at home play with such a high line. United love playing against a high line. It's one of those games. It's actually set up for Man United quite nicely, in the same way the home game was. Villa will play a high line. Bruno Fernandes playing it in behind into Rashford, Højlund, Garnacho. I think United will score goals today. Should we sell Partey and get someone else in? Yeah, we're going to have to. I would 100% assume that we sell Partey this summer. It's ridiculous to keep him. He's a brilliant player when he's fit, but when's he ever fit? It's a big issue. Garnacho hat-trick for my FPL. I don't think there will be a Garnacho hat-trick, but score prediction. You're a West Ham fan, but you're worried. My score prediction was 4-1 before the team news came out. After the team news, 2-0. After the team news, 2-0. My big worry is set pieces, to be honest. That's my big worry. We just seem to struggle. Who do you want as an ideal striker for Arsenal? Osimhen for me. Osimhen, you go for Osimhen, you fall back on Tony. That's the solution. I would prefer a 2-0 to a 4-1. I'd just take 3 points. I'll be honest. Look, it'll go one of two ways. We'll either score early on with one of our first chances, and the game will open up nicely and we'll win quite comfortably. Or it's going to get to like the 60th, 70th minute and it'll be 0-0 and we'll all be banging our head against a wall. And we might or might not win it from that point. That's the way it's going to go. I'm expecting a filthy low block from West Ham. And I don't blame them at all. But I'm expecting one of those games. Apparently, no one bidded for Tony in January, and they'll probably be dropping his price a bit in the summer. Well, yeah, no one bid for Tony in January because A, no one really spent any money in January anyway, and B, Brentford started putting out 100 million price tag on him. So I'm not surprised no one bid on him. He'll be in high demand in the summer. English, the striker market still isn't brilliant. Premier League proven. He's already demonstrating that he's, for all of those months that he's missed, he's kind of back in the groove already. Apparent £60 million flop. No Partey or Timber all season. Raya's a downgrade. Odin, Vieira, Jesus, ESR, Gabby, and Tommy injured for 12 weeks on average between them, but we're still in the race for a title. Come on, you Gunners. Yeah, exactly. Look, we've had to handle a fair bit. Look, every team has had injury issues. Let's not get it twisted. But I think we've done pretty well. I do. Tony or Watkins? For me, Watkins. But I don't think Watkins is going to be available, to be honest. I don't think Watkins. The thing is, he's just signed a big long-term deal. Villa are doing very well, especially if Villa get into the Champions League. Yeah, I don't really see. They don't need to sell him to raise money. So I'd be surprised if Watkins left Villa, whereas Tony is blatantly going to leave Brentford. Walters can play across the back. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Walters is versatile, but very young, very raw. Not the sort of game that away at West Ham. It's not really the sort of game you want to be bringing him into if you don't need to. Your views on Frankie de Jong rumours to Arsenal this summer? I think the rumours really only exist because it sounds like he's going to be available this summer. I've not really heard anything in terms of Arsenal targeting him, but we'll see. I mean, he would be a massive level raiser at Arsenal, that's for sure. Bar a striker, dream realistic signing. Probably Frankie de Jong, to be fair. You know, we definitely need at least one midfielder this summer. With Partey presumably leaving, El Neni leaving, that basically leaves us with, you know, Rice and Jorginho. And Jorginho's only got 1 year left. So, and that's if we trigger the extension. So, I mean, as it stands, Jorginho's gone in the summer as well. I don't think he will be, but yeah. You need a proper number 9? Yeah, we do. Tell me your top 4 for the season. Top 4 in order right now, I would say Spurs 4th, Liverpool 3rd, Arsenal 2nd, City 1st. That would be mine. Caleb said, personally, I don't think Nelson is good enough for Arsenal. He's decent. I think we should go for someone who's challenging Saka to get in the team, because if Saka gets injured, there's no real backup. I agree. I think for a long time, we've needed a proper Saka backup / someone that can actually compete with Saka. I think you always want every position. You want the player to be getting pushed, right? No one pushes Saka. Saka is guaranteed. And obviously, to have someone that can even compete with Saka, you have to go and spend 50, 60, 70 million in the market, probably. But I do think there are decent opportunities for right wingers this summer. So, you know, you've got Elise, you've got Neto, you've got Williams, you've got Bakayoko. You know, there's a lot of options out there, I think, this summer. But I don't think it's the thing that we'll prioritise. I think the priorities have to be at least striker and midfielder before you can even think about going for a winger. The only problem for any club that signs De Jong is his wages are on. No, but the thing is, no one's going to pay 700 grand a week for De Jong. No, like, he's going to have to take a pay cut. Barcelona don't want to keep paying it. No other club in the world's going to pay anywhere near it. Like, he'll be well aware that he's got to milk that 700k a week for all it's worth and then take a pay cut. You know, in the same way that Kylian Mbappe is going to take a pay cut, 100%, because no one else is going to pay what PSG are paying him. That's just the way it is. Do you think it's possible to get Zubimendi and De Jong? No. I don't think we could afford that. Because at that point, you're spending well over 100 million on midfielders before you've even looked at a striker. I'm tired of Arteta never giving the young players some minutes. Today is the game. Many injuries. But the problem is, if Arteta starts giving young players minutes and then we don't win games, everyone will be like, why is he... We're in a title race and he's playing the kids. Why is he doing that? Blah, 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 blah. So, and people also confuse our kids with players like Oscar Bob at City when they're just completely incomparable. Like, Oscar Bob's 20, already an established national player, and just levels above our 17-year-olds. So, what do you do if Kivior or someone gets injured? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, for me, right, if anyone across the back line got injured, I'd bring on Jorginho and move Declan Rice into the defence before I brought on Cedric or Ruel Walters. That would be my answer. West Ham own Arsenal this season. Time for us to do something about it then, isn't it? Time for us to do something about it. Is there any actual concrete interest in De Jong? Not from Arsenal, as far as I'm aware. All it is just agent chatter and various, you know, there's nothing so far that says, yeah, Arsenal are interested. Arsenal want Zubimendi. That's where, you know, we've put a lot of groundwork into Zubimendi. But if De Jong becomes available and affordable, and that's the key thing, right? It's just whether or not De Jong is affordable. Bavia, shout out to Bavia. What a go. Good to see you back. Thank you, Joseph. It is good to be back. It is good to be back. I'm enjoying it. What about Luiz? Yeah, Douglas Luiz I would love. But again, I don't think Villa are gonna sell players. I don't think they need to sell players, so I don't think they will. So players like Douglas Luiz, yeah, Bavia, I've already shouted you out. Relax. Um, where have you been over the last few months, and what are your streaming plans moving forwards? Thought of doing streaming collabs in the future. I was moving house. I was busy with work. My internet was crap at the old place, and I needed to sort it. So there was just a bunch of things, and then I was like, I could have come back over Christmas, but then I'd have had to take like over a week off when I was moving flat and stuff. So I was just like, screw it. I'll wait until I've moved. I've got good internet, everything sorted, and then I'll come back kind of properly. And so here we are. Here we are. And so now, 6:30 p.m. every day apart from Friday, I'll be streaming for about an hour talking everything football, obviously focused at first on Arsenal and then everything football. And then I'll also hopefully be streaming from about 10 p.m. till midnight, where I'll just be playing video games, chilling out and chatting, basically. Are you back streaming at 5? 6:30, Draka. It's 6:30 instead of 5. Rory, do you remember? Hi. Of course I remember you. Hi was an active member of the chat. I remember Blake as well. I remember all the names, all the goats in the YouTube chat. You're all legends. Guess the Gooner has also returned. Guess the Gooner has returned. How long is Jesus out for? Well, we were told it wasn't long because he's just got fluid on his knee. The issue is this is becoming a recurring problem after the surgery that he had, where something isn't right, and then he gets this irritation caused by fluid on the knee, and he can't play. So it wouldn't have surprised me if he might actually have to have more surgery, which would put him out for ages again. Are you streaming throughout the game? Yeah, this is a watch along. I will be live for the full game. I think a striker is coming in the summer. Oh, 100%. 100%. And that's the thing. Once we've gone and got a striker in the summer, Jesus at that point becomes more of a utility player that can play centre forward. He can also play off either wing. Jesus needs to have his knee drained weekly if things continue. Yes, it's not good. Don't know why I got a bad feeling about this. Magnus says, I'm sorry, but you ain't winning the league with Kivior, Raya, White, Havertz, and Trossard. I mean, Raya is an up. We should have won the league last season with White as a starting player, with Ramsdale, who I think Raya is an upgrade for what we do. Trossard wouldn't normally start for us if it wasn't for injuries. Havertz is a great utility player, and Kivior, again, I don't think those 5 are the issue. Max Winfield, I do remember you. Who is currently part of Arteta's striker shortlist? Osimhen, Tony. I mean, Osimhen and Tony are the main 2, I think. You know something about Fabio Vieira? Not really. Fabio Vieira was in training in Dubai. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It does seem like we're slow at the moment to bring players back, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. Rice needs to have a good game. Can't have 3 bad ones in a row. Yeah. Watching AFCON later, Rory. What time's kickoff? What time's the AFCON final kickoff? I'll try and watch it, but I'll probably just follow it on Twitter, to be honest. It's on at 8. Oh, yeah, I probably will watch it. It's on at 8. Doesn't clash with anything. Nice. Odin is such a leader. I love him. Oh, I love Ødegaard. City's bench yesterday was better than your lineup, unfortunately. Yeah, but I don't care about City. Like City are just, a different. They're a different club. They have resources that no other club has, and so every single season we may as well at the start of the season just say, yeah, City will. And I predict City will win the league. Like, I agree with you. I think they will. But I mean, how rubbish is it for football in the Premier League that everyone just thinks the same? Like, City's bench walks into every Premier League team. So what can you do? all you can do is just hope that they have an off season, or hope that, you know, the 115 charges comes through and they get sent to the National League. But you have to beat City to win the league. I know, and that's why I don't think we will win the league. And I don't think Liverpool will win the league. I think City will win the league. And I think they'll continue to win the league until they're kicked out of the league. If the defender gets injured, Cedric's going to come in. Hopefully Declan Rice drops backwards and Jorginho comes in. I can't deal with... I'll tell you what, if I have to watch Arsenal not beat West Ham for the third time this season and Cedric is on the pitch, head loss. Absolute head loss. That is not how I want to be spending my Sunday. Where will we be at the end of the season, in your opinion? I think we'll come second. I think a realistic prediction is second in the Premier League, Champions League semi-finals. I think that's realistic. What part of England are you from? I'm from originally a place called Hereford, but now I live in London. The city of London. If we were second, but also reached the semi-final, we'd go all out. Oh, yeah, 100%. I think we'll go all out for the Champions League anyway, right? I think we'll go all out for the Champions League anyway. I'm wondering what the City fans will do if they're sent to the National League. Some will stick by them. For some, it will be... I genuinely think some City fans would quite like it. Like, it must be relatively boring. And you can tell it's boring by the fact that yesterday, with 10 minutes to go, half the stadium had already left because they knew they won. Like, I genuinely do think City fans are bored. Apart from the Champions League games where they want to do the treble again. Like, I think they'd enjoy. I genuinely think some of them, not all of them, of course. There are some fans that would just, you know, the ones that have jumped on board in the last couple of years will just jump off again. But I genuinely think there are some proper City fans who would love the challenge and would enjoy being like the, I don't know, the victims for a change, to be honest. What was your Arsenal objectives for the season? I can't remember. It must be on a live stream somewhere, but I'm pretty sure I think I said semi-finals. I think I said semi-finals of the Champions League and a title race was what I said. Obviously being well aware of the fact that City could go and win the Premier League and the Champions League again. And, you know, there's not a huge amount you can do about it. But don't you reckon that City spend their money well? Yes, they've got the best resources, but they use their money very well. Yeah, they do now. It's just how they got that money in the first place and how they have the you know, the way that they've generated all that money is just, you know, they've cheated to it. So it is what it is. There's no point dwelling on it. What will happen, and we'll deal with it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on a delay because I have to watch it on Sky Go, which has a delay, but there's not a lot I can do about it. So it is what it is. It's currently showing the Arsenal lineup on my screen. So that's where we're at. I've got the timer in the top left. So, Rory, do you ever think City will be bigger than us? No, they won't. The way that City have done things just means that they will never be comparable to United, Arsenal, or Liverpool. They just won't be. And you can even tell by the fact that even with everything that they've won and the dominance that they've had for such a long time, they're still not massively followed. Yeah, so I am going to be on a delay. So it is what it is. I'll set the timer going when my game starts, but because it's Sky Go, it's going to be about 90 seconds behind. City fans are acting like they're not getting any charges against them when in reality it's inevitable. I hope so. I hope it's inevitable. Come on, Arsenal. Give in the boys. I'm sick and tired of Smith Rowe. Apparently, he literally rolled his ankle this morning. That's what someone said, which is mental. Big game for Declan Rice. My game still hasn't kicked off, by the way, so that's how far behind we are. See you at halftime. Go and enjoy the game. We'll be here. Where can I watch the game? I don't know. I've got it on Sky. He's so unlucky. Yeah, Smith Rowe is unlucky. Smith Rowe is unlucky. I do actually. I do have a bet on this actually. What was my bet? My bet was Arsenal to win, Saka to score. Arsenal win, Saka score. Hang on, I need to make sure that the timer starts on time. We have liftoff. Okay, the timer should be running now. Yeah, I've got Arsenal to win, Saka to score, Gabriel to get booked, and Kufel to get booked. That's my bet. Sky Sport Premier League's on 40 seconds. Yeah, I'm on 27 seconds. So a little bit behind, but it is what it is. Who's the best young academy player in Arsenal? I think the player with the highest ceiling at Arsenal is Ethan Nwaneri. I think the best player at the moment is probably Miles Lewis-Skelly. Just because he's a bit older, he's developed a little bit more. Thoughts on the Asian Cup final? I mean, look, it doesn't look great when the host nation wins the final by scoring 3 goals and all 3 of them are penalties. Realistically, I think one of them was a penalty. One of them, I can see it given. One of them, it's not a penalty. So it doesn't look great. But then again, like, you know, I didn't watch the whole game, so I can't really say who deserved to win it. Why is everyone jumping on this cheating bandwagon? Yes, I'm very aware of the charges. Oh, Kudus is in one-on-one here. Well, not one-on-one, but good defending. See, Kivior's done well there. Ball in, cleared away. Why is everyone... Yes, I'm very aware of the charges, but don't you think it's weird how confident, for example, Chairman Khaldoon is around it all? Because, the reason that the senior people at Man City seem confident is because they're used to just spending as much money as they need to spend to get their own way. Like, the reality of the world is that if you spend enough money, you usually get what you want. Loving the content at the moment, mate. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. See you at halftime, Rory. Hope it will be a positive talk. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. What I don't want is halftime 0-0. Arsenal have had enough chances to be 1-0 up, and we're not. Bowen's through, but he's offside. Content is class. Thank you, Gotonelli. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why Bowen ran all the way through to shoot them when the flag had gone up ages ago. My score prediction. Well, it was 4-1, but now it's 2-0. Rory, you're like a minute behind. I know. There's a delay because I have to watch it on Sky Go. I apologize, but it is what it is. There is nothing I can do. I still don't like this kit. Buy a Fire Stick? Nah. This is what we've got to do. We've actually just got to knock it around the back and just get the West Ham team to push out a little bit at least. Give us a bit of space in behind. And the other thing is that we saw this against... was it Palace? Or Forest? No, it was against Forest. It's like you've almost got to give up an attack to give ourselves a chance. Like when Forest were getting forward, I was like, okay, well, at least that's going to give us a chance at the other end. Why are you watching it on mute? Because if I add the sound, then it can get copyrighted. Plus, I don't know who's commentating on Sky, but they're normally great on me anyway, to be honest. It has to be said. Even the sound is copyright. Yeah, it can be. In my opinion, Arsenal's midfield is their biggest problem compared to City. The reasoning is how City always got the upper hand on Liverpool, who on paper had a better defence and attack. Yeah, but again, I mean, City's midfield massively hangs on Rodri. The luck, and I do genuinely believe it's luck to an extent that City have had with Rodri just never getting injured. It does make a difference. Because I actually think they've made some questionable midfield signings outside of Rodri. Calvin Phillips didn't work, shocking signing. Kovacic, I don't think, has been a brilliant signing. Mateus Nunes beginning to grow into a little bit, but you know, they are just quite lucky that they've just got Rodri, who, apart from when he's suspended, basically plays every game. I think Arsenal's midfield is great. I still think it needs a little bit of work. I think Rice and Ødegaard, brilliant. It's about that third player that I still don't think we've fully figured out yet. I think there are ways that we make it work, especially in those big games playing Jorginho. But long term, I think we get to find that person. I think Frankie de Jong would be unbelievable as that third person, but ball in doesn't quite work. And KDB. Yeah, and KDB. But KDB has been injured. Like, we should have kept Xhaka. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say we should have kept Xhaka, but he wanted to leave. He wanted to start something new. You know, we got all right money for him. And to be honest, even as good as he was for Arsenal last season, I don't think anyone was expecting him to be this instrumental in a Bayer Leverkusen side that is playing so well this season. So it's easy to look back on it. I don't really remember anyone in the summer saying, "Oh, losing Xhaka is massively going to cost us." See, that's the position Arsenal get into, where it's like, you know, West Ham have got every man behind the ball, and it's just tough. It is tough. All right, I've got a question for you. Based on this season, who would you rather have in your team, Richarlison or Cunha, as they'll both likely be fighting for their place in the Copa America Brazil squad? I'd rather have Mateus Cunha than Richarlison for a lot of reasons. Firstly, there is nothing on planet Earth that could ever bring me to actually like Richarlison. He grates on me unbelievably. And he did grate on me even before he joined Spurs, so it's not even a Spurs thing. Go on, chance. Oh, corner ball. Secondly, the way that Cunha carries the ball is unbelievable. I really, really enjoy watching Wolves, and one of the big reasons is Cunha. The only thing is, Cunha's finishing does need work. But outside of that, yeah, I'm a big Cunha fan. Ozzy, thank you for the comment on TikTok. Love your content, mate. Much appreciated. 8 minutes gone. 0-0, but Arsenal do have a corner. Big Declan is on it. Back post. Ooh. Not a bad effort. I can't believe West Ham are booing Rice. Oh, that's a horrible foul. That's surely a booking. There's no way that's not a booking. You cannot do that. Thank you. Thank you. Alvarez to get booked was a gimme, to be fair. What's he giving it large for? Pratt. What's he giving it big ones to Gabriel for? What a donkey. Give him a blue card. That should be a blue card. That should be a blue. Anyone saying that that's never a booking, I'm sorry. He's gone absolutely flying into Saka, studs up. In what world is that not a booking? I love you and Arsenal, but didn't appreciate your Barca comments. I don't even know what my Barca comments were, to be fair. Stick him in the sin bin. That's his 8th booking of the season so far. Dirty boy. Not enough for a yellow. That's clearly a yellow card. I think you could argue that Bernardo's been the most important midfielder in the Pep era. I think you could argue that Bernardo's been one of the most important players. In terms of midfielder, a lot of the time when he plays off the right, I think he's just as important. I think City can win games comfortably without Bernardo. Rodri, not so much, in my opinion. I'm not liking this game. We haven't really settled yet. I don't mind. I mean, we're 10 minutes in, so I'm not getting too worried yet. I'll only really start getting worried. That's good from Gabriel. It's strong. Go on. Trossard. Saka. See, it's here. It's when we just get stuck on the edge of the box. Rice. Back to Ødegaard. Ødegaard. Back to Saka. Shot. Deflection. Corner. No. We look good. Yeah, I don't think we look too bad. I don't think we look too bad. If you could take 3 players from United, who would you take? Mainu, Højlund, and did he not give a corner for that? It's handball, ref. No, it's not handball. You can't give handball for that. It is a corner, though. We've gone short. Go on, Ødegaard, strike. Corner again. I would take Mainu, I would take Højlund, and I would take... I know a lot of people are going to say Garnacho, but I actually think I'll take Lisandro Martinez. Even though I don't enjoy him at United. He's one of those players. If he'd come to Arsenal and was like that, I'd probably quite like him. Another corner for Arsenal. This is good. We need to heap up the pressure with these corners, and eventually it'll pay off. Gone short with it again. Back to Saka. Back post. Too much. Too much. I do like these, though. I do like... Is it back? It's not back. Fuck you now, boy. Is it back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. I think we're back. I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. We're back. I don't know why that happened, to be honest. I have no idea why that happened. It's still 0-0. It's still 0-0, so we're all good. Can you clarify your Leicester comments? If you're talking about when I said that Arsenal winning the league would be more impressive than a bigger achievement than Leicester, listening to it back now, I'm like, you're just wrong. So I don't know. I don't know why I said it. I think what I was trying to say was, if the Arsenal team from the season before, where we were outside the top 4, in the space of one season, because at the time, right, bear in mind, that clip is taken from basically a year ago. So at the time, we were talking about if Arsenal went and got like 95 points and beat Man City. I was like, for that Arsenal team from the year before to improve that much, get 95 points and beat City, I was trying to argue that that'd be a bigger achievement. I was wrong. To be fair, though, this is the main thing with TikTok at the moment. People are just finding clips from ages ago, which make way less sense now than they even might have done at the time, and just uploading them. But no, I'll happily admit that that was one of my worst takes. Appreciate those of you on YouTube that let me know that the mic was off on YouTube. Mucho apreciado. Mucho apreciado. Bottom 5 this season, in my opinion, Sheffield, Burnley, Everton, Luton, Forest. In my opinion, 20th, Burnley, 19th, Sheffield United, 18th, Crystal Palace, 17th, Everton, 16th, Luton. West Ham are in down the left-hand side. Ball in. Well dealt with by Kivior. Well done, Kivior. Well done, Kivior. I think Everton stay up. Yeah, I think Everton will be all right. Honestly, I really think that Palace could be in trouble. How long till Timber's back? Not too long. We should see him sometime in March, but he'll be phased in very, very slowly. He'll be phased in very, very slowly. So we won't see him starting regularly, I don't think, for the rest of the season. Ball in, away from Gabriel. Palace will be fine, mate. I don't know. I've just got a feeling about Palace. I've just got a feeling. Elise being out for a while now. Eze keeps struggling with injuries. And when they don't have those two, they don't look good. Oh, come on. I really wanted an early goal, you know, just to settle down. And then once you've got that early goal, West Ham have to start coming out a little bit. It's frustrating. Would you take any Spurs players to Arsenal? Yeah, I'd take Mickey van der Ven. I'd take Mickey van der Ven. That pace is just ridiculous. When I need motivation. And Son? I don't know if I would take Son. Brilliant player, but he's getting... I mean, how old's Son now? He's actually getting on. Oh, West Ham are away again. Bowen. Shot from distance. No problem. Heung-min Son, yeah, he's 31. He'll be 32 in the summer. Wouldn't take Son. Geezer's on something. Because he's 32 in the summer. You are a minute behind me in Sweden. Yeah, I know. It's because I have to watch it on Sky Go, which goes through the internet, so it's on a delay. Arsenal having a deeper block than West Ham is pathetic. LB, I'll be honest, you've put quite a few comments on YouTube, and the majority of them have been moronic. I'll be honest with you. In what world are Arsenal playing a deeper block than West Ham? Saka. Oh, lovely. Bum, bum. To be fair, we've not actually created as many chances as we did in the first game or the first Premier League game against them so far. You wouldn't take Maddison? Yeah, I probably would take Maddison, to be fair. I probably would take Maddison. Any word on ESR? Well, apparently he rolled his ankle, but I'm not too sure. Not too sure. Bernardo coming up with underrated, important goals. I think it's gone under the radar the way he scored 3 in total versus Bayern and Madrid last season. No, don't get me wrong. I think Bernardo is massively important to City. Absolutely. I just think Rodri is a bit more important. Bernardo's probably one of the most underrated players. When you talk about like the best, certainly the best players of like the last decade in the Premier League, Bernardo Silva is massively underrated in that sense. Udogie and Vicario? Not Vicario. Udogie probably, yeah. West Ham fans booing Rice is shameful. Yeah. Do you put your shirt on just for the game? Pretty much, or just mainly for content. Although, well, I don't know. On a day like this, I'd probably just wear it, to be fair. Why not Vicario? He's so much better than Raya. Because he's not better than Raya, I don't think. That's why. Saka's away down the right-hand side. Ødegaard. Trossard. It's just difficult, you know. They drop back into just that deep 4-5, and it is brutal. It is brutal. Oh, Trossard, that was a chance for Trossard. That was a chance for Trossard. It was a good ball in. It was a good ball in, and Trossard had a free header, really, and he just heads it over. Should be doing better there. I mean, that's one of those where you go, a proper striker probably scores that. First big chance. Halfway through the first half. I mean, we've had a lot of the ball, but other than that Trossard chance, we've not had anything major. We are beginning to just get a bit more play in the final third. Martinelli, Trossard. Oh, what a save that is. What a save that is. Trossard hit that well. Should he score? Maybe, but that's a brilliant save from Areola. Really nice play again, though. Martinelli chipped it back. Oh, no, was it the bar? Was it the bar? Maybe it wasn't a save. I've given him too much credit. Trossard on the volley. No, it is. It's a save. It's a save. It's a save. Brilliant save. Brilliant save. Another corner. Come on, boys. This is it, though. This is where you start looking at it and you go, you got to start burying some of these. You not heard of Sky Sports, pal? Yeah, I'm watching it on Sky Go, pal, because I don't have a TV set up in here, pal. Trossard again. It's gone out for a goal kick. Yeah, there is a delay. I'm on the 20. I've just ticked over 24 minutes. Since our bench is kind of weak, do you not think we should have had Nketiah start over Trossard? Nah, not for me. Not for me. I think Trossard was the right option. I think you could argue Trossard's deserved to start anyway based on his recent performances off the bench. So I'm pretty happy for him to start. When I need motivation. Yeah, yeah. Ops on Frankie de Jong. Brilliant. Frankie de Jong is a brilliant player that I would like at Arsenal, but expensive. Ødegaard. We got a bit of a chance here. Finally, not a filthy low block in front of us. Saka. And now West Ham can break. Oh, bloody, put a tackle in someone. All right. I like the setup. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. And now we're back on the back. I don't mind this. I don't mind. If it gets a little bit end-to-end, that is good for us. That's good for us if it gets a bit end-to-end. We look very comfortable when West Ham attack. Yeah, we do. I'm only really worried from set pieces with West Ham. Emerson's away down the left-hand side. Comfortable for Raya. If Frankie de Jong is available, you get him. It's about whether he's available and and affordable though. Bro needs to start mewing. I don't know what that is. Do you work out? No. Oh, clearly not. He would want to leave that Barca side. Yeah, he wants to leave Barca. It's just about who can afford to bring him in. See, we just get so much of the ball around the edge of the box. Saka again. Ben White overlap. Doesn't get to him. Ødegaard. Deflection! Oh, God, that looked like it was going in. God damn it. How much do you reckon it would cost? It's more about the wages that I think will be difficult because he's on so much at the moment. And Barcelona will want a lot for him. The camera angle on that deflection, I genuinely thought was going in. It's another corner, though. He violated you, telling you to mute. Oh, I see. Well, good for him. Come on. Rubbish. Why does Kivior start? Well, he's starting today because Tomiyasu and Zinchenko are both not in the squad, so that's nice. We worked the ball out wide to Martinelli. Well, then. No, he's been tackled. Never mind. He's won it back, though. Go on, Gabby. What? How's that a foul? Oh, Kufal, get up. Okay, now, get up. You going to watch the rugby later? I will do. I will do. When I need motivation. I don't know how that's a foul from Martinelli. Kufal's made a right meal of that one. Feel like City go for De Jong. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise. Like City do need at least one more midfielder. Oof. The Sam guy been saying 1-0 the whole game. Just be quiet. Yeah, well, the thing Sam is now the boy that cried wolf because even if it is 1-0, I'm just going to assume that it's not 1-0 if he says it. So Martinelli's in behind here. Go on. Pulls it back. Oh! We've got to take those chances, man. Oh, ref. Well in, Trossard. Oh, Lino, you're a joke. Half an hour gone. Kieran, good to see you in the YouTube chat. What a ball that was out to Martinelli, by the way. And then he pulls it across. Is it? Saka should have just gone to it. I don't know why Saka didn't just go to that. I mean, West Ham are just giving us the ball back. West Ham are just giving us the ball back at this point. Mm-hmm. Just saying, your camera angle on YouTube is not great. Just saying. That is what it is. And the camera angle on YouTube's fine. To be honest, I think they know they can't handle us in possession. Yeah, I agree. Havertz is carrying it now. Trossard. Get it out to Saka. Nice, nice. Havertz back post. Another corner. Another corner. That's what this is like. Corner 7, corner 8. It's about time we put one away, to be honest. I'll tell you what, Declan Rice to score directly from a corner and then just turn around to the West Ham fans and shush them. That's what we want to see. Backstick again. Vamos! Saliba. Saliba at the back stick. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Get in there. And it's a Declan Rice assist. Swivel on that one, booing him in the corner. Where are you? Where are you now? 1-0 to the Arsenal. And that is sensational. It was always going to happen, right? We get enough corners. We've been filling the back stick. Who loses him? Well, no one really. He just outjumps them. He just outjumps them. And it is 1-0 to the Arsenal. And that's big. That's big. To do that in the first half. I mean, we had so many men there. If it didn't come off Saliba, it was going to be Havertz that put it in. And Arsenal are 1-0 up. Ben White played a massive part in that, did he? William Saliba. I'll tell you what, if he keeps a clean sheet, that's absolute gold dust for FPL. That is absolute gold dust for the FPL if he keeps a clean sheet. Get in there. Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, baby. That should open the game up, I hope. I hope that opens the game up. Get in there. Ben White master. I need to see the replay again because I wasn't looking at Ben White. What did Ben White... Was he just on the keeper? I assume he was just on the keeper. Declan Rice's delivery from corners is so good. Yeah, it is. I remember... What game was it when he... It was Palace, right? Where I was like, why has Declan Rice gone out to take the corner? And then Gabriel scored. And that's the thing. Especially when we've got Havertz playing. We've got so many big, tall players that taking one of them out, if he's that good at putting the ball in, I don't mind it. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. Nice, nice. The Saliba chant is gold. I love it. I love it. Need Saka goal and assist. Yeah, Saka goal would be nice just for the bet that I've got on, but Saliba, what a header. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Saka had a half chance then. Saliba. Kivior. That was a chance for Saka. That was a chance for Saka. It's a great ball in from Kivior, actually. Credit to Kivior. That's a really nice ball in. Saka's got to do better. Saka's got to do better. Do you know what? One weakness of Saka's game, 100%, is heading, and specifically scoring with headers. You know the chance he had early on against Liverpool last week, where Martinelli pulled it back and he just missed the header, basically, like missed the ball completely. He does need to improve on that. Edson Alvarez to be picked up by a bigger club already this summer. Edson Alvarez is good, but I do think he is for one of the top teams. I don't think you want that lack of discipline, because he's always on a booking. Saka should probably score that. Yeah, Saka should have scored that. I can't lie. I can't lie. I've got Saka on that bet as well. God damn it. Ben White going into the midfield instead of Kivior. Well, they're both doing it a bit, actually. It's definitely... Ben White's definitely doing it far more than he would in a game where we had Zinchenko. Was it the last West Ham game in the away stand? Genuinely, they're the most disgusting fan base. I've been to most away grounds and they're just filth. Yeah, fair. I've never been in a West Ham away section, to be fair, but... I mean, one thing I would say, chance here, Ødegaard, Saka... Saka! Oh, he's missed again! He's missed again! Well, he might have been offside, to be fair. He might have been offside. Tell you what, if we end up ruining these... Oh, people are saying penalty. People are saying penalty. Hold up. Wait a minute. Right, I'm going to stop looking at the chat to see if we score it. I haven't even seen the penalty get awarded yet, but people are saying penalty. I'm so far behind, it's unreal. But people are saying penalty. I'm going to stop looking at the chat so I don't know if we score it. But people are saying penalty. I mean, that's a red card, surely, as well. A yellow card. Might not be a pen for offside. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Right, I'm not going to look at the chat. Apparently, it might not even be a penalty because it might be offside. He's on. Kufal's playing him on by a mile. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. But Kufal has played him on by a mile there. I hope Saka takes this. I've got Saka to score on the bet. If he misses this now after the 2 misses he's already had. I'll tell you what, I'm not convinced that that shouldn't be a red card because he doesn't go for the ball. I don't think he really goes for the ball there. I reckon that could be a red card. Anyway, it's not offside. There's no way it's offside. Kufal played him on by a mile. Alphonse Areola. Come on. I'm not looking at the chat. These miles on. Why are they even checking it for offside? Kufal is playing him on by a mile. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka. That's onside. I'm certain that's onside. There's no way. How is it taking this long, for fuck's sake? Yes, onside. Wow, genius. Seriously. They talk about the need to speed up these VAR checks. So speed it up, because it was so obvious that Kufal was playing him onside. And now Saka's just had to stand there waiting for a minute before he takes the penalty. Don't miss it. I'll tell you what, if he misses this, he's taken 6 and scored 6 this season. He's going to score. He's going to score. But serious flashbacks to last season if he doesn't score. Come on. Come on. Bottom left. Put it bottom left. Put it bottom left. Please. Come on, son. Come on, son. Please. Please. Bottom left. Vamos! 2-0, and that should be game over. Although we did go 2-0 up last season, but Bukayo Saka running down the wing. Saka. That composure, mentality. That is mentality. After last season, and that is 7 taken, 7 scored so far this season. So people that bring out Saka's penalty misses from previous seasons. Silencio. Good penalty. To be fair, it's not actually a brilliant penalty if Areola goes the right way. Like, that's a nice height for the keeper, and it's not that far into the corner. But a goal's a goal. It's 2-0. Vamos, eh? 2-0 before half-time as well. Get in there. Get in there. That's good for my bet as well. I need a Gabriel booking and a Kufal booking. And then we're cooking on gas. Why is it not a red card for the goalkeeper? I think it should be a red card. Wait, someone just said Kufal booking. Did someone say Kufal booking? Did someone say Kufal booking? Tom, Kufal booking. I haven't seen it. Is he booked for that? Book him. Book him. Book him. Did he get booked? I'm going to have to bloody... I don't know if he's been booked for that. There's a lot of you. It's kind of spoilt it for me, but there's enough of you saying 3-0 that I think it's 3-0, boys. I think it's 3-0. There's enough of you saying it. Gabriel. Oh, here we go. Let's just enjoy it. I really need to sort something out because that has just spoiled it. But fuck it. 3-0. Rice with the ball in. Big Gabby. And it is 3-0. It is 3-0. You love to see it. Gabriel on the score sheet again. Another one? No. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're coming for the league. People doubted me when I said 4-1 as well. I was on the Top 6 show on Thursday night. When I started talking about scoring 4 or 5 goals, people doubted me. Doubt me now. Doubt me now. It's great. It's a great ball in from Declan Rice, by the way. Tell you what, Declan Rice, underrated FPL pick. Underrated FPL pick, Declan Rice. That's 2 assists this game already. They practice that drill in training 100%. Oh, yeah, definitely. But Nicholas Jova is a god. Nicholas Jova, the set-piece coach, is a god. Yeah, I would love a clean sheet. My William Saliba in FPL would also love a clean sheet. Oh, I'll tell you what. How many of you thought it was going to be 3-0 at half-time? Not many of you, I would suspect. Whoa, Kufal, mate. What are you doing, you dickhead? Has he been booked? If he hasn't been booked after the one before that and that one, I'm going to be bloody fuming. He's not been booked. How's he not on a booking? I've got a bet on this, for God's sake. How is Kufal not on a booking? It's an absolute disgracia. Listen, I'll be honest, right? I said it in the previews. Arsenal need to go and batter West Ham to put it right for the 2 games earlier this season. Arsenal needed to get it right. This man needed Arsenal to get it right. And we've battered them. We've absolutely battered them. By the way, where has 7 minutes of injury time come from? I don't know why I got this out. But have a gander at him. What a boy. What an absolute boy. We're in again. Oh, it's 4-0. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. Where are those West Ham fans that have been giving it large? Giving it large. Where are you? Where are you? Swivel on that one. It's 4-0. It's 4-0 at halftime. It is 4-0 at halftime. I hope we put 10 past them. I hope we put 10 past them. Let's put 10 past them. Let's put 10 past them. People doubted me when I said we were going to score 4 or 5 today. We've done it in the first half. We've done it in the first half. So, have some of that. Have some of that. There were some West Ham fans in the chat earlier. They seem to have gone missing. Hey, we're coming for the title. We're coming for the title. Any West Ham? There were lots of names in the chat that had the little hammers emoji. Can't see them. I can't see them. Oh, and then yeah. Then it becomes that, it's West Ham, mate. It's only West Ham. Yeah, swivel on it. Swivel on it. What goes around comes around. What do you do at halftime? What do I do at halftime? Okay, now. Just most of the halftime will be filled with watching our goals, I think. Fair play, Rory. You did smell blood, especially with the 4 goals. I did. I smelt this performance. By the way, Declan Rice dropping this performance on West Ham is quite funny. It's not won yet. No, it's not won yet. But if we draw this 4-4 or lose the game, I will find a bridge. I would go and find a bridge. Wasn't it 0-0 10 minutes ago? I mean, we have scored those goals in a rapid fire. Yeah, we scored on the 32nd, the 41st, the 44th, and the 47th. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. I'll tell you what, yeah, get the young lads on. Not all of them straight away, but I would like to see Nwaneri, Ruel Walters. I'd like to at least see those two get some minutes. The fans are leaving. The fans are leaving. Oh, cheerio. Cheerio. Bye then. By the way, if it's Arsenal doing that, that picture goes round for weeks. That's offside. Oh, we've needed this. We've needed this. Easy 8-0. Oh, I'll take 8-0. I'll take it. I think 6. Do you know what, right? For me, 6 is always the one where it feels so much bigger than 5. This might sound like Michael Owen punditry here, but like 5-0, that's a big win. 6 or more is where you're like, that's an absolute battering. It'll probably end 4-0. Yeah, to be fair, they will just be on. You'd imagine West Ham will just go into. You'd imagine West Ham will just go into damage control now. Fulham beat them by 5, by the way. Look at all these people trying to take away from this performance. Oh, it's only West Ham. Oh, Fulham put 5 past them. Yeah, swivel on it, mate. Swivel on it. DNX Dubum with the £2 super chat. Thank you very much, DNX. Hasn't put a message with it, but it is £2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a legend. And there it is, the halftime whistle. Oh, no. Is it the halftime whistle? No, it's an offside whistle. Hi is back in the chat. Yeah, lots of people that left, but that went to go and watch the game and said they'd be back at halftime. And we were all hoping that it would be a positive halftime. It's a positive halftime. The last time we scored 4 in the first half in an away game, we drew 4-4 against. Don't say that. Don't say that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Sensational. What a sensational half of football that was. Both centre-backs have scored. They have. I think, well, Drakkar says Kivior man of the match. He's been brilliant. Luke, presumably a West Ham fan, says he no longer likes football. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Boring Arsenal. Yeah, remember the people saying that Arsenal were boring in the first half and now we're 4-0 up? Where have you gone? Trossard's goal was Arsenal's 8,000th English League goal. There you go. Lil Grimp with the knowledge. Thank you very much. Ødegaard's been everywhere. He's been amazing. Yes, he has. West Ham are not coming back with 4 goals unless Arsenal drop off massively. Anyone see the West Ham fans streaming out of the stadium? Absolutely did. I mean, what a half that was. What a half that was. I can't show the game. I'd get banned. I'd get banned for copyright. The home stand is going to be empty. Yeah, you would imagine so. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Saka's hit 50 goals. Good. My only grievance with that half is the fact that Kufal wasn't booked. That's the only thing I have to say. Arsenal fans could never abandon the stadium like that. We would get destroyed in the media. Well, there's pictures from last season, right? When we were losing, it was in injury time at the end of the game. We were losing to Brighton. And there were those pictures of Arsenal fans leaving to the tube station. And that picture, I still get tweeted that picture now. Whereas West Ham fans are leaving in the first half, but people won't care. Man of the match so far? I mean, it's tricky. Man of the match so far? Probably go Declan Rice, to be honest. Probably go Declan Rice. getting booed all game. He's dropped 2 assists. Midfield has been absolutely dominated. Like, we've had no issues through the middle of the pitch. I think it's got to be Declan Rice. But realistically, I mean, no one has had less than an 8 out of 10 half. Like, even the potential weaknesses that you could, maybe Kivior, you thought would be a weakness today, I think it's been really good. So, happy days. Happy days. Saliba's been great. I mean, Gabriel's been great. I mean, all of them, the stats from that half, right? The stats from that half, Arsenal have had 72% possession, 15 shots with 7 on target, compared to West Ham, who have had 28% possession, 1 shot, none on target. I mean, this has been unbelievable. And bear in mind, people saying, "Oh, it's only West Ham," as if West Ham aren't 8th in the table, tied on points with Newcastle, who are in 7th. Like, it's not like we're playing a relegation team here. We're away at a difficult place to go to against a team that have been decent this season, and we are absolutely dismantling them. It's brilliant. Thoughts on Havertz first half? Havertz was good, I thought. Havertz was good. I can't complain about Havertz that half. Not at all. I think he's good for a game like this. I do. We need one more, I feel. I think 4-0 is comfortable. When you consider that they've had 1 shot so far in the entire game, I think we're all right. And I'll tell you what, right? Someone's just said it. We're 2 goals away. We're 2 goals away from joining Man City on goal difference. People mocked me yesterday because I said that Arsenal could go ahead of Man City today. Obviously, we'd have played a game more, but we could go ahead of City. And people were like, "Oh, you'd have to win 6-0. Wow. Disappointed Saka didn't do the kudos. That would have been nice. The thing is, as well, by the way, it's 4-0. It could have been more. Saka had 2 decent chances that he missed. 4-0 is... It could have been more. All we need is a Rice goal to finish a perfect game off. Definitely. A Rice goal would be wonderful. Would you take KT back? I think it's better than Zinni, but Arteta doesn't like KT. No, I wouldn't take KT back, Caleb. The issue with KT, apart from anything, is injuries. Like, he's been injured so much again this season that Real Sociedad went out and bought another left back in January to deal with the fact he's never available. I mean, to be fair, Saka did very well to win the penalty and then score the penalty, so I'll let him off for the 2 chances that he missed. The game will die out now. I really hope it doesn't. I really hope the game doesn't die out now. I hope Arsenal absolutely... I hope Arteta's go out there and make a statement. Do you know what I mean? Claude, good to see you. What's your second half prediction? I think the game will end 6-0. I'm going to go for 6-0. Wow, the dog's loving it. The dog is loving it. We're 4-0 up. Do you want to come up? Oh. There we go. The mascot's in town. We're 4-0 up. 4. Unbelievable. A Martinelli goal. Yeah, that would be nice. West Ham Central called Saka a derogatory term. Not seen it. And deleted it and now blocked comments on his posts. Should we go and have a look at what West Ham Central said? Because West Ham Central, I'll be honest, is a knobhead. So if he's gone and said something that's getting himself in trouble, we'll find it. I can't see anything. I can see a lot of people mocking him. Nah, he's got comments on as well. I don't think he said anything. The dog's name is Hershey. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go over there? Do you want to go in your bed? There you go. No, you want to come back. Guess the Gooner. I could do a Guess the Gooner. The timer is still on. Yeah, I'll reset it for the second half. I will reset it for the second half. Who is your man of the match so far? Declan Rice to me, I think. Declan Rice for me. I wouldn't bring on Waneri just yet, but with half an hour to go, assuming we're still at least 4 goals ahead, I would. Really hope we keep a clean sheet. Yeah, I want a clean sheet. I do want a clean sheet. This is the dog. Say hello. Say hello. Okay. Masterclass by Arteta. But the thing is, right? The thing is, it is a masterclass by Arteta, but we've been doing this all season. And this is where I think people that, and especially like in the last West Ham game, which was such an awful result, we battered them like this in that game. We just didn't score the goals. So I do think maybe people will start taking us seriously after a game like this, but probably not. I think people still see Liverpool as Man City as the favourites. And do you know what? I don't mind it. I genuinely, I think it suits us not being the favourites. I think it suits us having people talking about Liverpool and City and not really focusing too much on us. I think we've looked better with White inverting and Kivior coming into the back three than with Zinni there. Yeah, definitely. But West Ham haven't offered a huge amount. So I think there's a combination of us doing it well, but West Ham not really offering too much. Trossard has been so good, dropping into midfield, allowed so much interchange between attack and midfield. Yeah, well, I think the whole way that system has worked, I think, has been quite good. The way that Trossard drops in deeper and then Havertz can move further forward, make those back post runs, like, it's been good. Rory, my bro, talk me through how you feel about the scoreline and the performance. I missed the stream. Well, I'll tell you, Jazak, I am delighted. We needed this, right? Arsenal fans deserved a first half like this, where we don't have to worry going into the second half about scoring a goal, about anything like that. We deserved something like this, and we got it. So happy days. I hope Nketiah gets to play the second half for game time. I'd rather bring on Waneri, to be honest. Is it bad saying we can win 8-0? No, it's not bad to say we can win 8-0. I don't think we will win 8-0 just because I think West Ham will come out in the second half and just defend for their lives and it will be damage limitation. Like, I don't think they're going to come out second half. I don't think they're going to come out second half and go for it and try and get back into the game. Are you streaming at 6:30 today, Rory? No, probably not. Probably not. It'll probably just be this stream today. Is there a fire drill? Is there a fire drill? Smith Rowe should come on. Smith Rowe's not in the squad. He's injured. When will player ratings come out? Player ratings will come out about an hour after the game. So once the game ends, the stream will end. I'll go and make a reaction video. Then I'll make a player ratings video. Then I'll watch the United game. I'll make a reaction video to that. And that'll pretty much be it, to be fair. Arteta should sub himself on, just have some fun. Imagine. To be fair, look, there are some West Ham fans that I do genuinely quite like, but there are also some West Ham fans that massively deserve this. Smith Rowe's always injured. It's a joke. It is frustrating. I mean, this game, even if he didn't start, this would have been a perfect game for Smith Rowe to get some decent minutes. It's just frustrating. Havertz and Martinelli to score, and it's the perfect game. Yeah. Havertz, Martinelli. Who else can get? Nah, Declan Rice to score, and it's the perfect game. Declan Rice to score, and it's the perfect game. Opinions on Ivan Toney's comments yesterday? Well, I think those comments yesterday from Tony were a bit tongue-in-cheek, right? He was joking about... Everyone knows he's leaving in the summer, so I think he was just joking a bit about Frank not wanting him. All right, I'll put you down. There you go. Do you want to go back out there? There you go. 4 goals in 15 minutes is crazy. It is. Smith Rowe turned his ankle in training. Jesus, it was too early for him. He could not recover. So frustrating, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I love Rice because he's a world-class player for us, but he should be playing for Ireland, but it is what it is. Should he be playing for Ireland? Really? He grew up in England, you know. Yes, he played a few games for Ireland as a youngster, but I genuinely only think that was because he'd never thought that he'd actually get into the England team. Like, he's not Irish, really. When's Timber coming back? March time. Calvin Phillips is coming on. Wow, game changer. XAE says, love your vids, love from India. Thank you very much. Love to India. So glad we're battering West Ham. Their fans got too big for their boots. You're getting way too big for your boot. You're never too big for the boot. Thoughts on the game so far? Sensational. Yeah, Phillips is coming on. They've taken off Zuma and Alvarez, and they've brought on Mavropanos and Calvin Phillips. Ooh. We're in trouble. Who do you think is the best player from the Big Six teams? As in the best player from each of the Big Six teams? I would say... Oh, wait. The second half's just starting. How do I reset this thing? Oh, there you go. Reset. There we go. Second half is underway. The timer is on screen for it now. From City, it's Kevin De Bruyne. From Liverpool, it's Salah. From Arsenal, Saliba. From Man United, I don't know. Who's the best player at United right now? It's a tricky one. Because like some people will say Mainu, but I think that's a bit premature. I don't know. West Ham had a bit of an early chance there. Martinez? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I would probably still go Bruno for United. And then Spurs, I would say Heung-min Son. And Chelsea. Trossard had a chance then. Yeah, Chelsea. If you still consider Chelsea a top or Big Six, probably Cole Palmer. To be fair. Yeah, no, Nkunku actually. Nkunku. Yeah, I hear the shout for Mainu for United, but I think it's a little bit early. Definitely has the potential within the next year to become their best player. Do you think it could come down to a win or draw at the Etihad? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Our trip to the Etihad is going to be massive. When Liverpool and City play each other again, is it at City? Is it at City when Liverpool play against City next? I think so. Oh, no, it's at Anfield. No, it's at Anfield. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I mean, that's two huge games. Us against City at the Etihad and Liverpool against City at Anfield. Two huge games. Yeah. The London Stadium is looking pretty empty. Still, they'll make it home in time for the United Aston Villa game, which I think is going to be a decent game. So fair play to them. One thing I would say, I would like to see Nwaneri come on, yeah. But actually, one thing I would say is, like, Bukayo Saka this week was recovering from a knock he got against Liverpool. Take Saka off. Yeah, Saka doesn't need to be on the pitch now. Bring Reece Nelson on. Even if you don't bring on Nwaneri, bring Reece Nelson on. You know, there's no reason for Saka to be on the pitch at this point. In my opinion. Same with players that have just played a lot of minutes in general. Like Saliba and Declan Rice could probably be... well, actually, I don't know who you'd bring on for Saliba, but... you could bring on El Neni for Declan Rice at this point. Ben White, Erdegaard. See, we're just playing it around them so nicely now. It's too easy. Havertz with a long-range shot. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. We need to score another 3 goals and we go above City. Yeah, that would be ideal. That would be ideal. The Arsenal are back, baby. The Arsenal are back. Saka's never been great at rotating key. You mean Arteta's never been great at rotating key players? What's the timer for? That's how far I'm on my stream that I'm watching. That's how far we are into the second half. Yeah, Arteta could do with rotating some of those key players a bit more, in my opinion. Need these performances in the UCL, kill those games early. Yeah, I mean, UCL's a bit different pedigree to West Ham, to be fair, but... This game, it's not going to end 4-4. If this game ends 4-4, I'll shave my head on stream. See you later, hi. Putting the pounds on, are you, lad? Yeah, a little bit. Moving house is not ideal for... Wait. I see a red card for West Ham soon. I don't know. You'd be a silly West Ham player to get a red card in this game. Fair play to the fans who are still there. Yeah. Reckon any debuts are coming? Nwaneri's already made his debut, so it's only Bandera and Walters that could make a debut. Would be nice. I'm shocked they're pressing. The thing is, if they go and camp in their own box for the second half as well, they could end up conceding more. More fans stay to watch the Cybermen charity match. Oh dear. John Michael, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What a legend. Lewis, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a tough start to the year. I hope you're well. Bring the kids on, have a kickabout. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, I don't know. Give it 10 minutes. To be honest, I'm less interested in bringing the kids on, as long as as much as that would be a great experience for them. I'm more interested in just taking players like Saka off. Like, I just don't think he needs to be there. Playing with them. Playing with them. You're not at the game. Shock. Well, if it is a shock to you, you obviously don't watch me much, given that I literally go to every home game and would happily go to every away game if I could get tickets. But JB, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. Come on, you Spurs. Get out of here. I'm good, thank you, Kay. I'm good. Stu and Jack, thank you for the follows as well. Jordan, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, I would like a couple of subs. I would like a couple of subs. Do you think Chelsea will be good in a few years? I think, look, of course they've got the potential to be good in a few years because they've got so many young quality players, but Chelsea need a lot of things to go right. Chelsea need a lot of things to go right to be in a good position in a few years. What do you think of Højlund? I think Højlund's really good. I think he got underrated because of his goal output in the Premier League. But I think he's really good. Do you think Hereford could get playoffs? I don't know. The problem is it's difficult because the table looks so. The table, the way it is, with so many teams that have got games in hand, you just never know. But I don't know. I think playoffs might be a stretch for us this season. We're just too inconsistent. Ipswich playoffs or promotion? I think Ipswich will be in the playoffs, whether or not they win. Kieran McKenna might not even still be there. Is their issue? Do you like Newcastle? Not massively. When they first got taken over and they started performing better, I quite liked them, but not a huge fan of them these days. Glad Kivior's looking more confident today. Yeah, I mean, Kivior's, I feel like he has at times been criticised fairly for his performances, but also without the context that, like, he's not had a lot of game time. He's not had a lot of game time. What do you think of Paqueta? Very, very good player. I'd be surprised if Paqueta's still at West Ham next season. I'm currently on 55 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, Kudus has gone down. Is that Kudus or Johnson? Johnson's gone down. Rory, I'm back after my very enjoyable roast dinner. I'm sure it was more enjoyable given that we were 4-0 up. Yeah, Johnson's made a right meal of that. I'm a good 2 minutes ahead. Yeah, it's because I'm watching it on Sky Go, which is just 2 minutes behind, basically. Saka or Foden or Salah or Palmer? Still Salah at the moment, ahead of those. Did Mummy make your roast? Well, it wasn't my roast that was being spoken about. It was Tom in the YouTube chat, and B, no. Saka, good save. On the rebound, Kivior doesn't score. Who is a bigger club, Chelsea or Arsenal? Arsenal. Always be Arsenal. Wouldn't this be an ideal time for the youngsters to have a run around? Yeah, 100%. 100% would be and not even just, like I said, not even just for the youngsters to have a run around, but just for the players like Saka and stuff to come off. Opinions on Tottenham versus Brighton yesterday? Big win for Spurs, to be fair. Big win for Spurs. I think sometimes Brighton do need to just, like, I get that it's their thing, not their thing, but it's just their mentality is to go for it. But away at Spurs, I think you just take 1-0. Why you're letting Havertz? We're playing with them. We're playing with them. Yeah, I do think to get done on the counter attack to lose 2-1 away at Spurs was a bit silly of them. But fair enough. They went. They were going for the win. So. I mean, we are dominating West Ham here. This is unbelievable. Zigger, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Saka needed to score from that opening. Yeah. This is the thing. I mean, it's 4-0. It could be more, and probably should be more. Philip, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Do you like Onana? Which Onana? Which Onana? Oscar Photography, thank you for the follow. 2 attacking teams, neither was going to settle for a draw. I know, but I just think in the very final minute to get done on the counter. Ref. Someone on TikTok is called Fan of Rory Talks. What an absolute legend. Feels like a nothing game now. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not the most intense second half, but hey, I will happily take a second half like this over a game where it's 0-0 and we're just desperately trying to score. Goalkeeper Onana, he's useless. He's useless. Zach, thank you for the follow. Can you predict the top 4 of the Premier League? Yeah, my top 4 is Spurs in 4th, Liverpool in 3rd, Arsenal 2nd, and Man City 1st. Storm, thank you for the follow as well. I'm looking forward to the Villa against United game now as well. I think that's going to be a good game. Go on. Oof. Would you rather splash out and go for Zubamendi and go for De Jong, or have Zubamendi and possibly still get a top class 9? I think the priority has to be to go out and get an Osimhen. And then whatever you've got left after that, go and get the midfielder. See, Declan Rice is hobbling around looking injured now. I think he's all right, but why are we risking? There's half an hour to go. Declan Rice does not need to be on the pitch. Declan Rice does not need to be on the pitch. But I just don't know. I don't really understand it. I think we might have scored. There's enough people saying it that I think we might have scored. We are on a promising attack here. Kivior storming down the left-hand side. Havertz picks it up. Trossard. Oh, we've gone backwards again. Rice. Erdegaard. Into Saka. Bukayo Saka, ladies and gentlemen, having a poor season. Saka having a poor season is up to, what's that? 26 goal and assists in 31 games, something like that. And that, by the way, is a brilliant finish. Cuts into onto his left. Everyone in the world thinks he's going to go for the far corner, and he whips it back into the near post. Areola doesn't even dive. He's that wrong-footed, he doesn't even dive. Oh, but Phil Foden. Oh, but Phil Foden. Swivel on it. Look at that. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Oh, God. I do love Bukayo Saka. I do love Bukayo Saka. What a finish that is. 5-0. 5-0. Brilliant performance. It has been a very, very, very good performance. Literally, Areola had no idea what was going on then. Absolutely no idea what was going on then. 5-0. I mean, if we score one more, I said we'd score 4 or 5. If we score one more, it's gone even more than I thought. Voulez-vous? Ah. Is it 6? Is it actually 6? Rice. Oh my God. Has Rice actually scored? Oh God. I don't think this day could have been any better. We've played it up. Havertz has got it out to Saka. I mean, Rice is going to have to make a late run into the box here. Oh no, it's going back out. Oh, please be a screamer. He didn't celebrate. No, celebrate. They've been booing you all game. Fucking give it to them. Give it to them. You've just gone 6-0 up against West Ham. They've been booing you all game. I can give it to a goal and 2 assists, and it's an absolute screamer as well. The dummy from Erdegaard to give it to him. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if this day could have gone any better. I don't know if this day could have gone any better. I wish he'd celebrated. I wish he'd done a fat knee slide in front of their fans. Well, the fans that are still there. What a finish this is, by the way. Oh, what a day. What a time to be alive. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, this is just monumental. This is just monumental. Rice has been subbed off now. 2 assists and a goal. I mean, oh God. Oh God. What a day. What a day. It doesn't look like we are really we've brought on Reece Nelson and Ketia and El Neni. And this is the thing, right? We're 6-0 up after 66 minutes away at West Ham. There will still be Arsenal fans that will now complain that we haven't put the kids on. Genuinely. Oh, what a day. What a day. Oh. Saka looks Saka looks unhappy that he's been subbed off there. He wants more. Saka wants more. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, I hear the argument for bringing on the kids, but equally, like, we've got to be a squad, and players like, El Neni and Ketia Reece-Nelson, they need more they need minutes more than the kids do. If you're looking towards future games and stuff, they're the ones that need those minutes in the tank to be sharp more than the kids. As cool as it would be to bring the kids on. I mean, look, we've brought on Nketiah, El Neni, and Reece-Nelson. At that point, my next two subs probably would be the kids. Probably would be the kids. Yeah, we are due an El Neni screamer, actually. We are due El Neni's annual screamer, so hopefully you can stick that one in. Eddie. By the way, one more goal and we do go ahead of Man City on goal difference. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Do 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 do. Woo 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 woo. Do 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 do. Saliba. I mean, I guess the West Ham fans that are still there are just there to watch some talented footballers, I suppose. Not often they'll get to see this level of footballing ability. We've caught up with City in goal difference. Yeah, we've caught up with them, but I think the next thing, we're tied with them on goal difference, and I think it goes down to goals scored. So they're technically still ahead of us. But if we get one more, then we'll go ahead of them. Oh dear. Is that Martinelli down injured? That would be annoying. Did Rice celebrate? No, Rice didn't celebrate. Rice didn't celebrate. I mean, there'd be no point. There are no West Ham fans left in the stadium to celebrate in front of. Oof. That was a strong tackle on Martinelli. Kivior is on smoke. Yeah, Kivior's had a great game. Kivior's had a great game. Saliba. It's not 7-0. I know when a goal's got. I don't trust the TikTok chat at all. I know if there's been a goal. If I'm looking at the YouTube chat, then I know there's been a goal. City have a game in hand. Yeah, I know City have a game in hand. I know. I'll tell you what, we're away now. I mean, West Ham are still trying to attack, to be fair to them. The El Neni screamer. Oh, it was there for him. It was there for him. The El Neni screamer. As someone who shares the same first name as Kivior, I am proud. Jakub, he has been brilliant. I feel bad for Areola. I don't feel bad for Areola, to be honest. He's lucky to still be on the pitch. Areola could have been sent off, I reckon, for that penalty. I think it'll quieten down now. Yeah, once the subs have been made and stuff, it does tend to quieten down. But if it ends 6-0, happy days. Yeah, Declan Rice did not appreciate the booing. And He took it personally. He took it personally. Yeah, this match is away from home. Thing is, this really is how the home game should have gone with the amount of chances we created. It's almost annoying. You know, I'd have far rather just scored 3 in that game and 3 in this game. Although it is enjoyable to battle them. See, that right there from Raya is very, very good goalkeeping. And I do think that's one of the big reasons that he plays. What do you think my chances are of winning the Junior Gunner and Red Ballot? Not great. Not great. Junior Gunner's not too bad. Junior Gunner, you've got a decent chance. Bro, you don't read my comment. To be honest, I mainly look at YouTube comments. If you really want to get your comments read, the YouTube link in my bio will take you to YouTube where I read it more. Martinelli in down the left. Eddie. Easy for Areola. Easy. Right, what are we saying? Aston Villa against Man United after this. Predictions. Predictions for Aston Villa against Manchester United. You're a bit delayed? Yeah, I am delayed. I'm on 74 minutes. Just ticked over 74 minutes. 2-1 Villa. 2-2. 2-0 United. Who would you prefer to win? I'd rather Man United win it. I'd rather Man United win it. How much do you pay for home games? I'd say I usually pay between 40 and 60. And then for the category A games, which are basically the big 6 games, normally 80, 90. Is it annoying when people tell you you're delayed? It is what it is. I mean, obviously I'm aware that I'm delayed. It's not something that's new to me, but I can't believe Kufel still hasn't been booked. 2-1 Villa, 2-1 United. Moyes is getting sacked. I mean, this is a bad result for David Moyes. I think the pressure on David Moyes has been crazy, in my opinion. I do think the pressure on Moyes has been crazy for what he's done with this West Ham team. But he is, given that he was already getting boos and stuff, this isn't great for him. Villa aren't in form at the moment. They're not. And I do think I do think if I was to put a bet on it, I'd go United draw or win. I'd go United draw or win. With both teams to score. Watching the Super Bowl tonight? Absolutely not. Cedric and Nwaneri have come on. Well, there you go. So Nwaneri gets more minutes. No debuts for Walters or Bandera. I mean, I'll be honest. I'd far rather have seen Walters come on than Cedric. I'll be honest. But there we go. Armchair fan? Yeah, literally go to every home game, buddy. No way this United beat this Villa. Easy Villa win. I don't know. Form is a dangerous thing, and United have started finding form, and Villa have started losing form. So, do you think Palace could go down if they don't sack Hodgson? I think Palace could go down regardless of whether they sack Hodgson or not. I think they're in a bit of trouble. Why is form dangerous? Because form normally dictates who's confident and who's not. So Villa players, if they're lacking a bit of confidence, United players have got a bit of confidence. Can be the difference. Yeah, the stadium is emptying out. I don't blame them, to be fair. Villa are still a dangerous team. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think Villa are more than capable of winning the game. I just feel like the game suits Man United. Name a footballer for an edit. Declan Rice. Surely Declan Rice gets an edit after today. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. It's gone so quiet since the subs. Yeah, this is what happens though. The subs come on, you're 6-0 up, it quietens down a bit. A Nwaneri goal would be awesome though. Why am I seeing Cedric on the pitch? Yeah, Cedric getting minutes is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Thoughts on Patino? I think we'll sell him in the summer. I really like Patino, but I do think we'll sell him. Rice gets man of the match. Yeah, Rice gets man of the match. 2 assists, a screamer. Absolutely dominated the midfield. Is this Mikel Arteta's biggest win as a manager? It might be his biggest win in terms of outright goals, yeah. I don't think it's his biggest in terms of, like, importance. I rate Mainu highly. I do rate Mainu highly. I think he should go to the Euros. Erdegaard's been amazing today. Yeah, Erdegaard's been very, very good today. Very, very good. You look a bit like Will Rogge. Do I? I feel we need more youngsters. I don't think it's that important to play youngsters. The only one I would disagree with coming on is Cedric. Cedric does not need to be on. And for that, I would rather we had Walters on. But other than that, I think players like El Neni, Reece Nelson, and Ketia, you're going to need to use them in the coming weeks. So they need to have some minutes under their belt. I think it's fair. You look a bit like Fellaini. Yeah, I get that a lot. Predictions for Porto. I reckon, I've got a feeling we draw 1-1 away and then we beat them quite comfortably at home. That's my feeling. Oh, yeah, the Lens game. The Lens game in the Champions League. I was thinking Sanya. Havertz. Oh my God, we got so many people in the box. Nwaneri. El Neni. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Surely El Neni gets his annual screamer today. Surely he gets his annual screamer today. Rory, was Rice operating as a lone 6? Yeah, he was, yeah. Come on, El Neni. Come on, El Neni's trying. He is trying. He is trying. If we can get 40 million for Nketiah, I think we take it. Yeah, I think 40 million for Nketiah would be very good. I don't think we will get 40 million for Nketiah. Prediction for AFCON. I think Nigeria will win it, to be honest. Oh. Bowen. Still Bowen somehow. Kudus. El Neni nearly gave away a penalty then. They've still got it. It's gone for a corner, I think. El Neni nearly gave away a penalty. 1-1 extra time. Ivory Coast win it on penalties. I don't know. I mean, it would be a ridiculous story if Ivory Coast won it. Having sacked their manager mid-tournament, it would be ridiculous. Fan of Rory Talks. You are my favorite TikToker. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you. I know my match has a delay. I'm watching it on Sky Go. I know. Are Ivory Coast the hosts? Yeah, Ivory Coast are the hosts. Oh, we're away now. Go on, son. It's the first time we've really got to see Nwaneri run at speed, and then he's just been body checked and fouled. They're not the hosts? I thought they were the hosts. I thought they were the hosts. Who is the host then? They are the hosts. They are the hosts. I never understand why people correct. It's baffling to me. It happens a lot on TikTok where people correct someone who says something correct with something that's wrong. You'd have thought you'd at least check it. For me, it says Nigeria are the hosts. No, it's probably just got Nigeria as the home side, but that's just because of the way the draw works. Because in tournament football, you don't have like a team that's home and like the home team, the host nation isn't at home in tournament football. No worries. The stadium is empty. I mean, I don't blame them. Do you not have Sky? No, I do have Sky. That's the issue. But in here, I don't have a TV, so I have to watch it on Sky Go. And Sky Go runs on like a 2-minute delay. Nobody said they weren't the hosts. No, Nick Knack. I've got TikTok open as well. Someone said it on TikTok. Will we get the El Neni yearly banger this match? I mean, I feel like this is going to be one of El Neni's best opportunities to get his annual banger today. So up 6-0 and doesn't look bothered. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're expecting to come into the chat. I mean, we haven't scored a goal in nearly 20 minutes. But I don't know if you expect to come in and I'll just be absolutely bouncing off the walls. But we've been 4-0 up for nearly an hour, so it's a bit, We've calmed down and we're on to the next one. Also, if I was celebrating, the celebration police would be out. So, can't win. Can't win. Who do you prefer, Ramsdale or Raya? I mean, I love Ramsdale, but I do think Raya is probably the better goalkeeper for us. I think he's been really good recently. Much more settled. West Ham got hammered. This was a very easy day at the office. It really was. Looks like a youth FA Cup game. It is crazy. It is crazy. Have we actually bought Raya yet? I don't think we have technically, but we've definitely agreed to it. You should have signed for a big club. Yeah. Gunnosaurus, I see you. Yeah, Gunnosaurus. Gunnosaurus is watching on from the background. Absolutely loving it. Ball in. Oh. Do you think West Ham should get rid of Moyes? No, I don't. I don't think West Ham should get rid of Moyes. I think he's done so well for them. They are on a bad run of form, it has to be said, but heard in January he was going to pay it off so we could loan Tony, but obviously that didn't happen. Yeah, I don't think that happened in the end. Not quite. I'm looking forward to the Villa United game. I am, and I don't massively care who wins. Right? I actually think it's better for us if United win. Not that I think we're going to get sucked into a battle for the top 4 or 5, but you never know. So I do think it's better for us if United win. But if United lose, United lose. You can never be unhappy when United lose. Mm-mm. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba. Do we really need a striker with this performance? Yeah, but it's not about performances like this. Like, we're always capable of performances like this, but it's the ones where the goals don't go in and you only get a couple of clear-cut chances that you need the striker that's going to score them almost every time. Do you think Arsenal are going to win the league? I think realistically, I still think we come second. I think realistically, I think we'll beat Liverpool, but it's just so hard to see past Man City. Like, they're already in, they've won 10 games in a row. Every single player is fit. It's difficult. It is difficult. I'd love to think that we could do it, but we need a 20-plus goal a season man, dedicated finisher. Yeah. Thoughts on Ødegaard's performance being top quality, IMO? Ødegaard's been absolutely brilliant. And look, Ødegaard's been brilliant since he came back from his injury. I do think that. He's got more open play chances created than any other player in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Like, he's a very, very good player. Why does City always spawn with a game in hand? Yeah, well, they've always got the game in hand because they always go off and have to do like the Club World Cup and all that stuff. Jesus would have had a field day today. Yeah. So would Smith Rowe, I think. Today would have been a great opportunity for Smith Rowe. But it is what it is. Oh, we're in again. Eddie. Oof. That was a strong tackle on Reece Nelson then. We score one more, we get second by goal difference. Yeah, I know. Only 3 minutes of added time, though, so I don't see it happening. There's only 3 minutes of added time. Let's laugh at West Ham. Yeah. Like I said, some West Ham fans did have this coming. They did have this coming. Just remember, you aren't allowed to celebrate. Just accept the... Oh, listen. Soon as that final whistle goes, you get down the tunnel. You get yourselves down the tunnel. No celebrating allowed. Mr. Ghost, thank you for the follow on. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. Much appreciated. West Ham Central. Yeah, long day for West Ham Central. It has to be said. Who's your man of the match? Man of the match for me is Declan Rice. Is this a statement win? Yeah, this is a statement win for sure. I think. Do you know what? Right, there was a lot of talk about you've beaten Liverpool, but you have to follow that up with another win, and we've done that in style. So it's definitely a statement win. It's still only 3 points. But it's a good 3 points. It's good 3 points. My friend's a West Ham fan. He's crying in his room. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much if I was a West Ham fan. You'd probably expect to have got beaten today anyway. Obviously, losing 6-0 is a tough one to take, but... Oof. Chance. Havertz. Nwaneri. Oh. There we go. Bam, bam. And that, I believe, is full time. 6-0 to the Arsenal. Job done. Happy days. I would love it. I would love it if Arteta just brought the entire staff onto the pitch all the rest of it. I would love it. But there you go. I mean, that is a massive win. That is a massive win. Can you stop celebrating, please? It's embarrassing. Yeah. No celebrations, please. No celebrations. Get yourselves down the tunnel. Do you feel confident for Man City away? I do. I genuinely do feel confident for Man City away, only because we've beaten City this season. We've beaten Liverpool this season. We went away to Anfield and got a good result there. Not a win, but a draw was decent. Like, we've set up well for the big games this season. So I do feel confident. Anyway, that is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to go and record all of the normal content. Obviously, the match reaction will be up in a minute. Then player ratings will be out, and then I'll have a review of the Villa Manchester United game later on. But until then, this has been a sensational stream. I've enjoyed it very much. I hope you have as well. If you're not subscribed or following or all the rest of it, please do that. And I will be back on YouTube live at 6:30 tomorrow. Until then, have a good one. Goodbye.